Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new season for Motorsport Manager. This is our 9th season overall, our 2nd season in the World Motorsport Championship. Last season we avoided relegation, which is awesome. In fact, we actually finished 7th or 8th. I think it was 8th, actually. And so our goal for this season is to finish 6th or above. It's going to be a little bit of work. We're probably going to have to at least score some points in at least 1 or 2 races. Doesn't have to be a lot of points, but just something to secure that 6th or above finish. We do have a lot of money to play with. We're about 2.25 million per race. There's 16 races in the season, so looking about, what, 35 million for the season. So that gives us about $17 million to play around with. We do have a few things being worked on right now. We've got the forecast center being upgraded to level 2. That's going to come about in a couple weeks. We have engine coming about in 2 days, and we're working on some improvements as well. All in all, I think we're going to set ourselves up for a really, really good season. We're really hoping to get a lot of improvements on our car and really start to just compete for at least some of those points. And maybe not first place finishes. I don't know if we're there yet, but at least competing for some of those, outlying points here and there to really get us set up to maybe compete for first place next year. I don't know. We'll see. The one thing about this championship, the World Motorsport Championship, is since it is the highest, you're not going to have the guys that are the best getting promoted out of this league. So they're going to be sticking around. So we've got a lot of catch up to do in order to get caught up with where they're at, because they're obviously not getting any worse necessarily. So we'll see what we can do. Anyway, let's go ahead and get going. I think we're ready. Already set up for the very first race here. We did a lot of the other stuff in the bonus episode at the end of last season to get us caught up to this point. I think we're gonna go ahead and just play it safe for now. Try and get us $250,000. I mean that over the course of the entire season, if we won this more often than not, that would make up for a lot of money. So I think that is going to be a good thing for us. Let's go ahead and auto pick these. I think they're gonna be fine. Part fitting. So let's see here. So both of our drivers are equal status at the moment, so we got that going for us. What do we need for this one? We need acceleration, low speed corners, and engine. So gears, front wing, and engine. So engine, we'll make sure that you all have basically the exact same engines. We'll go ahead and give you the better front wing, and we'll go ahead and give you the better gearbox as well. And then you can have the better everything else. Just going to keep you guys fairly balanced. We'll see who starts to pull ahead as far as overall, just awesomeness, if you will. We do have one really good gearbox. It's probably the carryover from last season. So that's, obviously you can see that's jumping out there quite a bit, helping us out a lot. Hopefully we can get another part, upgraded quite a bit this season as well. All in all though, I mean, our reliability is in a good spot, so I feel like it's okay to go ahead and focus on the performance for now. Man, our front wings are so bad comparatively. But anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get going. I think this is going to be good. I think we're in a good spot for this race and see what happens. Doha GP, Qatar. Very squared off corners here. If you have an equal status drivers, they will expect any new parts that you make to be dished out evenly, which is what we usually try to do. I mean, at some point, maybe we got to specialize in one specific driver, but I think for right now, equal status is going to be fine. Geez, feedback starting to get up there. It's good to see. We need that to get up there a little bit. All right, so Doha. We have Doha Track C, but not Doha Track A. We'll go ahead and take the Tech Track C. Should get us at least in the ballpark, and that'll be fine. Well, except for obviously the speed balance, which is way off. And I will do that. Tire choice, sure, just go on something. And then you, load setup, Doha. You seem to be within range for now. Sure, whatever. The tires are going to be fine. I'm not too worried about it. We don't usually run the tire boost anyway, so it's going to be fine, I think. And yeah, we will take the practice. Pause for a second. So you're going out on qualifying trim. I think we will focus on that first. That's fine. You're going out in race trim. I think that's fine as well, because this will allow who gets points faster to go ahead and get us our qualifying as quickly as possible. Oh, look at that. That's what we want to see. A couple excellent and a great. It's going to help us lock this in real quick and then be able to just really focus in on the getting them maxed out on the knowledge and stuff. All right, so speed balance is all we're missing. Guess we'll do something like that, see what that does. And then you're just missing handling. We'll put it right on the line and then go from there. All right, guys, get out there. Okay, that's information. That's all we needed. All right, let's go that direction with you, and the other direction with you as well. Come on, guys. This is our season to do something. Try and get some points. A few points. That's all we need. All right, not quite where we want it yet. Actually, looks like we went off a little bit on the gear ratios for Chi, which is odd. So that's great. That's good. That's great. Something like that, maybe. So we actually got the handling in place, but the gear ratios got offset a little bit, which is fine. We're at 99% though. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay, I see what happened. Just need to offset it just a smidge. See if that's good enough. Alright, so Chi is good to go. We can go ahead and send you out. In fact, we'll go ahead and go full on however many laps you can go until you run out of fuel, basically. Wow, we're still chasing that speed balance. Wow. I feel like it's got to be in... I have a feeling it's got to be in between there somewhere. It feels like we're getting way off. I'm going to put you down there and then maybe mess with the tires a little bit. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we're going to be chasing this one for a while. That's not really enough, though. Honestly, we may just accept this and be fine with it. It's close enough. I mean, this was the closest we got. So presumably the speed balance may not be that far off of this, to be honest. Just go a little off center and see what that does for us. Only got about 10 minutes left in practice. Gotta get this dialed in quickly. All right, there we go. That's what we needed. That's exactly what we needed. 99%. Actually, let's go back to stints and let's go make sure you're doing a full set. And just let you run until you come back in on your own. All right, so we're getting the race trim locked in. We're getting the qualifying trim locked in. Both of those are really good. Only about 6 minutes left. It is starting to rain a little bit. I really don't want to bring the guys back in just to swap in for some inners right now. I'm hoping they'll be okay just to get us up to the 3 on at least the qualifying. With the rain out there, they're not going to get that much more. That's all right. We got close. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I could have swapped them back in for some inners, but it's not the end of the world. Although we did just swap out the mechanics for Lau, so he's not going to have the nurse thing. So we actually might have needed to get his racing stuff locked in. All right, so you can do, I guess you do qualifying and I guess medium tires. Otherwise, you're probably going to use the faster tires for this. You guys both have that locked in. Yeah, you're going to be using softs anyway. And we will simulate the session. Don't need to play through that. Come on, guys. 12th or above. That's all we need. Just get the sponsor money. Get us the sponsor money. Man, once we start getting those engines in, I think that's going to really help us out a lot. That allows 8th place. We're actually both qualified past this first set, which is awesome. But Lau is even up in 8th place, which is awesome. It's really good to see. That bodes well for us this season. If we can get in the top 10 consistently, that's going to feel really good. We drop down a little bit. As long as we're 12th or above, though. Both of them are 12th or above right now. That's all we needed. In fact, I almost would rather Lau not make it into the last set, because then he's going to have to hold on to those tires, but whatever. Yeah, 9th place where we ended. So that's gonna be fine. Gets him a little bit further in the front of the pack, I suppose, and maybe he can hold on to that for the race. Be nice to get the forecast center up and running so we can really see the weather patterns further out in advance. Not seeing anything so far, so I think we're gonna be okay. All right, so you're gonna take pit stop guru and nurse like you usually do. You do not have these unlocked yet, so you are going to have to take... I guess we'll take medium tires, and I guess we'll take race trim, which, yeah, I should have gotten the race trim up a little bit further. I completely forgot about his, him not having his, what am I trying to say? His not loyalty, his, relationship with the, mechanic up yet. All right, those are going to be okay. These are going to be okay. All right, let's go ahead and set you to that. And it's 28 laps, you know, it's a lot of laps. I did not mean to get that locked in. Let's go up to 4X, and here we go. Looks like Chi jumped up to, got past Lau pretty quickly there. Up to 11th place right now. That is really good to see. Chi's on mediums, Lau's on softs. So Chi's going to be able to last a little bit longer, although she's a little bit harder on tires than Lau is, so it may come out to be about the same. Of course, Lau has less tread on his tires from the get-go. Got to be careful with Lau since he doesn't have nurse. What is the temperature out right now? It is... Oh, sorry. What am I looking at? 78 degrees. It's a pretty warm day, you know, all things considered. Let's go and drop you down to yellow. Drop you down to conserve for now. Keep you guys on orange. Really pushing the engine as much as we can, you know, safely. I think the conditions are going to be fine. Our conditions started off really good, so I think we're going to be okay. Try and bring the temperature down a bit. And actually, I think we're going to just run Lau on overtake for now because he's got to change tires here in a bit anyway. See if we can just keep pushing up a little bit more. So if we want to get just 2 pits for Chi, that's going to be what? Lap... Basically lap 12, 13, something like that. Which we'll be pretty close to. I may have to cut back a little bit on the fuel here in a moment. Just to stretch it out to the lap 12. Alright, we're flirting with that sponsor objective right now. Alright, we're going to settle into medium for now. We don't need to go crazy right this second. I mean, again, Lau's going to have to pit anyway, so I'm okay with him pushing. Chi can just kind of settle in just a little bit more. See if we can stretch this out to lap 12 before we pit. I think she's going to be okay on the tires. Since she's on mediums, it's going to stretch those tires out a little bit more. Alright, so Lau's going to have to pit... Like, we're going to have to schedule a pit now. No sense in bringing it back on softs at this point. 23 laps to go. Yeah, it's going to bring it back out on the mediums. We've got a performance boost on those anyway. And then fuel options, we'll go ahead and I guess fill you up as much as we can. Since that's not a full tank, we'll go ahead and do that. Now, if we go 12, we might be able to stretch it out to where he only needs one more pit after this, to be honest. So that'll work. None of these seem to make a difference. We'll just leave it on balanced. Good to go. All right, Lau. Come on, buddy. Keep it going. Just need to get above that sponsor objective, guys. Come on. I said lap 12. We only need to be about lap like 10 to get 2 pit stops. I was doing my math wrong. I was like, wait a minute, something's not mathing out correctly. We can almost do it in 1 pit stop if we could get 14 laps out of our fuel. But 2 pit stops would be lap about 9 or 10, something like that. Silly me. Okay, anyway, sorry. We'll go ahead and keep going. Oh, we got a mistake. We actually got too much fuel, which is interesting. Wonder how that's going to work out. I guess we didn't actually get too much fuel, but... So I guess you can go ahead and push a little bit more. We're going to be okay. She's up to 9th. Now, a couple of people had to pit, and that's how she got up to 9th. But... And she's got a long ways before she needs to pit again. So she's going to be good for a bit. Up to 7th now. Lau's pretty far behind, though. Looks like 6th place is about to pit as well. Surikov up here got in for a pit and came out, and he's still in 2nd place. That's a fast pit stop. Come on, Chi. Keep it up. You can do it. Right on these guys' tail. Now, a lot of these other guys are going a little bit harder on their fuel. We still got a lot of tire left. I don't want to go too crazy. In fact, I may just drop it down to medium for a bit. Really stretch these tires out as much as we can. If we get to the last, set where we can just go crazy, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Getting a little hot on the tires, but I think we're going to be okay. And we should have enough for 1 more lap. So we'll pit after she crosses the line here. Alright, go ahead and schedule your pit. Don't need to come out on softs, I guess. We'll come back out on mediums again. 18 laps remaining, so we will need 2 more pits. Yeah. Any weather? Doesn't look like any weather's going to be coming up. We'll go ahead and come back out on mediums, like I said. And we could do hards and then just not only pit for fuel later. But she does have the faster tire pitting, so it's a little bit of a benefit for her to just not worry about the tires too much. Still does take that time. It's only 1.2 seconds. That's not that much. All things considered, it's really the fuel that takes the longest here. I'm going to drop you down about 10 laps of fuel. And then we'll pitch you in and just try and get the home stretch after that. Actually, we'll do about 9. It's going to be fine. Park condition looks fine. Fast could make a difference. We actually might be competing with our own driver here, but that'll be all right. You're going to have so much tire wear left by the time you have to pit here. Let's settle into medium for a bit. And I guess that's the problem with simulating the qualifying, is that they use all of our soft tires. We did get a mistake there. It's really going to hurt us quite a bit, I think. Let's go ahead and go up to overtake. Go ahead and go up to push. I think we can safely come up to neutral for you. All right, we're still a couple of points off. We're actually 1 full point or 1 full rank off of our sponsor objective. Oh, there we go. Lau just got bumped up to sponsor objective. That's good. And obviously the person on his tail is Chi, so got a chance here to hold off. Everybody else is on mediums except number 6 here is on hards. So they're all going to have to pit probably one more time as well. Seem to be doing okay. We're fine for the moment. I'd like to be a little bit higher up this, but you know it's still early in the season, so we haven't really got hardly any modifications on our cars, so we're not really expected to be competing too much right just yet. And once Lau pits, then Chi will move up to 12th, which still give us our sponsor objective. Of course, then she'll have to pit eventually, so we'll go back and forth a little bit here. Looks like Lau's got plenty of tire left. It's really going to be the fuel that sets him back right now. Guess there's no point in pushing right now since she's just on Lau's tail anyway. Alright, so we got one more lap, and then we can pit him after that. This tire's going to be fine, so we're not going to worry about that. It'll be good till we pit. Any rain coming up? Doesn't look like there's going to be any rain, so that's good. Alright, we'll go ahead and schedule his pit now. So we got 12 laps remaining, so definitely come out on the mediums. We are getting a performance boost anyway. Actually 11 laps remaining once we come out of the pit. Guess we'll go ahead and fill up all the way. We can push the engine a little bit more. Parts looking okay. Looks like fast could make a difference. And we've already had a couple mistakes though, so a little bit scary, but I think we'll be okay. Gotta risk it every once in a while. And both our drivers are currently above the sponsor objective, but obviously a couple people have already pit, and they're not going to need a pit again, so whether or not we can get back into contention or not is a different story. Might hurt the engine. Just go for a little bit, buddy. You'll be fine. I mean, I get it. You don't have nurse, so it's hurting a little bit, but I think you're going to be okay. All right, got a couple more laps. Actually, once she crosses the line here, we'll go ahead and schedule her pit. That was a long ways off from the sponsor objective, though. There's several people ahead of him that have to pit, though, so that's going to be the part that helps him out a little bit. All right, so we got to go ahead and schedule your pit now. 9 laps remaining. Still too many laps to come out on soft, so we're going to come back out on mediums. It's going to be fine. And we'll go about even 8.5 is going to be fine. We'll be able to push a little bit with that. Looks like fast could make a difference. If we don't get a mistake on this pit, we might be able to get back into this thing. Allows up to 16th. Still has excess fuel for the moment. Come on, Chi. Go, 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 go. Get out there. 15th. Oh, just behind Lau. So we got some catch up to do. I mean, there's a couple people that have to pit. Whether or not we're close enough that when they pit, we can get past them is a completely different question. Like, obviously, at number 8 right there. Are we going to be able to get past them before they come out? It's going to be hard. I don't think we're going to make it. Nope, didn't quite make it. All right, just looks like Chi got past Lau. It's all right, Lau. Let her go. Can't be fighting each other. We gotta get to 12th. 12th is just in front of us. All right, we're gonna go ahead and punch you back up to overtake for now. See if you can catch up there. Come on, guys. Keep going. Keep going. 5 laps remaining. Oh, we're up to 11th. So we did pass somebody who pit already, so that's good. I'm going to drop you back down a little bit. In fact, we'll drop you down to conserve for now. Yeah, your parts are getting a little bit low. That nurse is such a big deal. Actually, the mechanic he's got now doesn't have nurse. I forget what it was that he's got, but it's something else that's similar in a way, if I remember right. They're both excess fuel still. 11th and 12th. I mean, really at this point, Lau just needs to hold off the guy behind him. In fact, I may put you into backup mode so you can just kind of hold off the guys behind you. Yeah, we'll attempt to hold up cars behind him to allow his teammates in front to get ahead. So that is the goal. Keep Chi in her 11th spot. Lau can hold those guys back. I think we'll be fine. Still excess fuel for the moment, so we're good there. Barely. Not by much. All right, I think Chi needs to just jump down to medium for now. We can go a little bit harder on the last lap if we need to. Now, when we cross the line here, it'll be 2 laps exactly. Oh, somebody got retired there. That's no good. It's going to help us a little bit, though. Oh, Lau actually passed G. Probably because of the engine thing going down a little bit more. All right, well, we'll bump you back up to normal again. In fact, we'll bump you up to neutral as well. So this is 2 laps as of right now. Okay, we're going to be fine. Just enough fuel. Maybe Chi needs to play backup mode now. Although if our drivers keep going back and forth, it's I don't know if that helps us or not. Come on, guys. Hold off this guy behind you. You play backup. I'll keep pushing. Come on, guys. One more lap. Last lap. I mean, we can even fall 1 place and still get sponsor objective, so we're still fine. We're still good. Yeah, we're going to be okay. We got it. That's $250,000 for this race. That's pretty good. That's really going to help us out a lot over the course of the season if we keep doing that. Not too shabby. A 10th and an 11th. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, very early in the season, so we haven't really got hardly any performance improvements yet or anything, so I think I'm still pretty okay with that. Well, we obviously don't have any parts that are breaking the rules, so that's fine. All right, no points yet, but, you know, we'll try and get in there if we can. Just got to get a couple races towards the end of the season, or maybe middle to end of the season. Get a couple points there, and then we will secure that 6 or above, and that'll be pretty good. New unlock. Sweeter spots. Oh, that's right. The green sweet spot in qualifying is bigger, giving the driver a better chance of optimizing their brake and tire temperatures. So, might help them out on the qualifying side of things. It's not necessarily the biggest boost that we cared about, but it's not too bad. Can we see what your other stuff is? I don't think so. Not at the moment. It still costing us a bit, but we did get some objective or sponsor money. Let me check our mechanic real quick to see what his other thing is. I forgot what it was. It's been a few days since I actually hired the guy. It is push to the limit. Removes the red zone. That's right. Removing the red zone does a lot of the same things as the nurse, where we just don't have to worry about it. The red zone's gone, and we're not gonna break down as easily. So it's gonna be pretty good to get that one up there as quickly as possible. All right, well, that's the save. So we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, hopefully we will have our new engine out. Maybe start working another one after that. And just keep on pushing. So I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.